The holidays are here, and sometimes entertaining can get a little pricey.
All right, but Sebastien and Sheila Centner from Entertainment, they are here with some affordable festive ideas to elevate your holidays at home. It's good as always to see you both. Good morning.
Great to be back. Happy holidays.
Good morning. Thank you for having us.
Okay, well, you're known, of course, for planning all kinds of memorable events right across the country, really around the world. And first of all, can we ask you about what's going on with the Design Exchange, this new immersive project?
Yeah, so I mean, Design Exchange is a venue we've worked in for a long time, but you've seen this immersive trend sort of explode. I mean, I think the Sphere in Las Vegas really put it on the map, the whole technology, but you guys have been to the upfronts. You see these massive screens we do. Typically, these are really, really expensive, and it's difficult to sort of apply that to every event. Well, so we took over this venue in Toronto called the Design Exchange, and we've added this immersive technology so it's permanent. So unlike immersive experiences where it's ticketed, like, you know, where you go and you pay $25, you take the experience. Here, it's really about private events, and especially for weddings. So what we're finding now is that you can transform the whole space and turn it into whatever you want for your wedding or your corporate event at a fraction of the price of what it normally costs. And we thought this is a really great way of sort of taking this immersive trend and applying it to events and bringing it to the masses at a much more affordable rate.
Very neat.
That looks wild.
Yeah, it does. All right, let's turn to the venue that is our home.
Yes.
And we're going to decorate it affordably. And you are bringing some natural elements from outside in.
Absolutely. This year we are all about bringing the outdoors, indoors.
Yeah.
One of the great, easiest ways to decorate the home is by gathering things like branches and pine cones. We've also incorporated oranges here. We recommend you can also decorate your table with pomegranates. Really, you want to have that natural feeling, and it's all about sustainability. Something like this does not break the bank. You're not going to your florist and, you know, spending a fortune on roses, but you still get that amazing touch of Christmas decor, and you've kind of done it on your own.
Yeah.
You made it on your own.
You bet.
Another great thing is that afterwards, if you're decorating with oranges and pomegranates and apples and things like that, you can then, after the holidays are finished, you can use them in salad dressings. You can really use all the produce that you've also chosen to decorate with. Another thing we love to do around the holidays is a Christmas wreath. Some people put them indoors, other people put them outdoors. A great way to decorate on a budget with a wreath is to buy a generic wreath. It can be artificial or it can dry out over the years, but a great way to keep updating it is to just adorn it with different things from year to year. Here we've tied on some Christmas balls, we've glue gunned on some sparkly florals. It really gives you the ability to change up your decor from year to year without having to buy everything fresh.
For sure, because each year you may want to change your color scheme. You know,
100%.
red's really hot this year, but sometimes people want to go black, black and white, and even pastels. We've seen that as well.
It's all about the base.
Fantastic. All right, let's talk about vintage, because vintage, of course, that is always in style, and you can go retro when you're decorating your decor.
Well, yeah, I mean, we're a big fan of trying to, you know, balance it out, and vintage is very trendy right now, but also in terms of sustainability, in terms of cost, in terms of affordability, you can find some great things. I mean, the ornaments that we found here at you know, a dollar store or one of these, an antique store, very accessible, very affordable. I mean, I don't think they're worth $85,000 like the Murano glass. I wish, but at the same time, that's the point, is you can not spend a lot of money, and you made a great point. It's about accenting. A lot of these items are things that you're going to maybe use once. You probably won't use them more than a few times, so you don't want to spend a lot of money on them. But also, we're a culture that's so buy and use once and never use again that you're trying to avoid that, just for the sustainable side and the affordability side of it.
Now we're going to talk about host and hostess gifts, so you don't show up empty-handed, and you've got some great ideas. Before the break, we were talking about vintage items that you can use to decorate. You can even use vintage items to gift. My stepmother, because she knows I collect plates.
Yeah.
And they're all different around the dining room table. So she often gifts me a new plate, a new vintage plate.
Absolutely. You just got to make sure that if you're doing that, that it ties into the decor. You give it to your guest or your host early enough that they can build it in. You don't want to surprise them with it and say then all of a sudden they have to figure out, like, oh, where am I going to put this if it doesn't fit? So give it to them early, and then they can build it in.
Okay, so let's talk about some other ideas here for the host and hostess.
Wonderful. Well, hosting is something we know a lot about. As you all know, we love doing it. So I've been on both the giving end of hostess gifts and the receiving end. This year, we are giving out mason jars filled with candy. as our hostess gifts. This is such a simple, budget-friendly idea. We've gone to the dollar store. We've bought a bunch of mason jars, sizes small, medium, large, a little bit of ribbon. You take a little trip to the bulk barn or a candy store, and we've basically filled all these mason jars with holiday colors and sweet treats. This is an incredible way to give a gift of love, of candy to your loved ones. It's not just a store-bought item. You've actually taken the time, you've put in the effort. You must plan ahead, though. This is something that you can't assemble in just 30 minutes. So what we suggest you do is you do a bunch of hostess gifts in bulk. Go take one trip to each of the stores, fill all the jars, have them in your entertaining arsenal so that when it's time to go out, you simply grab a jar that's already pre-made and give it as a gift.
Grab and go.
Grab and go. Another great idea for this is, the hostess can put it right on the counter right away. Their guests can dine or snack on it that evening. And then the mason jars are reusable, whether they're making pasta sauces or jams or chutneys. So it's all about, sustainability and being able to reuse the items that we're gifting.
Love what you've done with these bottles of wine as well.
Yeah.
I'm guilty of just showing up with the bottle of wine, but this is kind of next level, and it doesn't look that difficult.
No, it's not. Listen, if you're going to give wine, we love to have some fun with it. We once did actually for, there's a wine called Duckhorn, and we did it for a friend Alexis, and we did Alexis Duckhorn wine, and we did new labels. A lot of work. So we're going to show you a really simple, easy way to do this, which is we took these wines, we basically wrapped them in a little bit of craft paper. This is actually available on our Instagram, so you can see the full way, the DIY to do it. And it's just a nice little touch with a custom little tag. So when you show up, it feels like, to Sheila's point, you've put a little bit more effort than just grabbing that bottle of wine, out of the wine cellar or whatever, and bringing it to the guests. So it's something that just shows that you're happy to be there.
Yeah,
for sure.
And once again, this is something you can do ahead of time. Obviously, you don't fill out the label as to who you're giving it to, but do 8, 10, 12 of these in advance, end of November, mid-November, whatever you choose, whenever you have the time. And then once again, the minute you're ready to go out, all you have to do is grab it. It's already done, and you just
try
add the
not
name.
to drink them ahead of time.
Right.
If they're all ready to go, wine doesn't last very long in our house, so I don't know about you guys.
Speaking of, let's talk about mulled wine here in the end.
So mulled wine this time of year always comes back. It's kind of something that's perfect for the season. It gets a little bit chillier. You want something that's a bit of a warm-up, etc. So first of all, of course, here you guys go.
Thank you, thank you.
Cheers.
A glass each.
Thank you.
And yeah, so what I love about what we love about mulled wine is that you can really do so many things with the recipe. So obviously, we've done a recipe here with red wine. We've done some cloves. We've done some oranges. We've done cranberry. We've done cinnamon. So it's got all those flavors to it. But you really can make it your own. If you don't like cinnamon, don't use cinnamon in it. The other fun thing is you can also do mulled wine with a white wine if you prefer instead of red. So there's lots of ways to do it. And to us, it's something that's simple, easy, and this time of year is the perfect time to do it because we certainly won't be doing this in the summer.
Yes, another thing that we love about mulled wine, which we talk about a lot in our book called Entertainment, is the concept of batching. So to have a pre-made cocktail that's already good to go allows the hostess to spend more time with her guests. You're not standing behind the bar mixing individual cocktails. So especially when people arrive, you've already got your batch cocktail ready to go. You simply pass them a drink and everybody can carry on and say hello.
There we go.
This is the holidays in a cup right here. Yes, so good.
I'm feeling very festive.
Yeah.
Good. That's the point.
Exactly.
Great stuff, and I love these. Even look vintage. The glasses, I love them. Okay, great ideas. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you for having us. Happy holidays.
Happy
Thank you for
holidays.
getting us into the spirit.